Okay, what's up guys, it's Lester here again with another quick video for you. I have been gathering some questions for a while now. Questions that people have been asking quite a lot. And I'm going to do a very quick FAQ video here to try and clear up some issues for you guys. Or just some general requests that you guys might have for me. Now, a couple of the videos I've been bringing out recently, the redstone tutorial, my combined water ladder and drop shaft, which you can see down there, those were just some requests that people made of me in the comments saying, in personal messages saying, oh, can you show me how to use redstone? Can you show me something? Well, one person said, oh, I don't have enough space to have a drop shaft and a water ladder, is there some way to combine them? So I did that for you guys. But I'm just going to run through another couple of questions people have been asking me quite a lot, and we will, we'll see what we get to. The first one here, I'm not going to read out anyone's names, because I'm not sure if you would want me to or not, but next time if you want to say, call me Adam, or call me Phillips, or I don't know, there's hundreds of thousands of names that you could want to be called. Fuck it. If you want me to, give you a shout out, just say, and I will read out your YouTube name or another name you give me. So yeah, the first question here. How did you first learn about cannons? Well, I was trying to blow something up on a server. I was doing a bit of mining, and I noticed that if I dropped a block of TNT on top of another block of TNT as it exploded, then it would kick it in the air. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe I could make a cannon or something. And I built a basic frame out of obsidian, and I managed to launch a block of TNT, and from there I just went a bit nuts when it came to cannons, as you can probably tell. Big cannon over there, and cannons dotted all around the map. So yeah, that was just what I started. I blew myself to pieces by accident when I was mining, and from there I was hooked. Sounds a bit masochistic, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, there's another question here. Lots of people have asked me, why don't you use buttons instead of levers when you are building your cannons? Now, the reason I do this is because with a button you press it and half a second later there's no more current, which can be very useful because you don't have to reset it or anything. But when I'm building the actual cannons, I like to leave the lever on, so when I'm running along and setting down the redstone, if it runs out of power at certain points, then I can see it instantly because one will be dull. And it saves a bit of time, and it can stop your cannons from getting destroyed. I actually blew up one of my cannons not long ago when I was when I built it. I built it with buttons, which was a bad idea, it turns out. And one block of TNT didn't activate. All the TNT blew it up, and then the cannon went and was destroyed, which was a bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, that was a bit lame. Right, okay, next question we have down here. How did you learn about the drop shaft? The drop shaft, basically I fell off a cliff and fell into a pool of water and took no damage, and I thought, hey, I wonder if I can fill a shaft with that. So I made a shaft, which was like this one here, and I just poured a bucket of water down, it flowed out the bottom, and yeah, it just flowed into like a little catch area which I'd built, so you just drop down into that and then flow out. I think you've probably seen it in my Let's Play videos. But then at one point I was messing around with some water stuff, and I placed a sign on my cannon when I was making a video, and I poured a bucket of water next to it, and I noticed that the water didn't flow through the sign, so I put a sign at the bottom and realised, hey, I can just drop straight through and the water doesn't get in the way or anything, which was pretty cool. Next one. Huh. Very funny. Skip that one. Well, I think I might have answered this one already. What recording software do you use? I use Fraps. I'm using Fraps right now. It's the one I've always used. I pirated it first off, but I didn't think that would be very fair to the company, so I bought a full copy. And Fraps is very good. I would heavily advise investing in it, because it's just, it's fantastic. It runs with any game pretty much. And it's very intuitive, and you can, record your microphone and stuff as I'm doing now, which is lots of audio record, lots of recording things that you do that, but this one just, I don't know, perhaps it seems easy. I was using Xfire. If you download Xfire, then you get a free recorder with it, which is built into Xfire if any of you guys want to try and start making videos. But I heavily advise investing in Fraps, because Fraps is amazing. Why don't you build your cannons out of obsidian? I don't build my cannons out of obsidian, because if you look at the Sin cannon over there, if you've seen the video for it, I had to demolish that thing about 4 times, I think, before I was happy with the way it was set up, and I can't imagine having to do that if it wasn't cobblestone, because I just destroy that. I just blast through cobblestone with a diamond pick. If it had been obsidian, it would just taken way too long to do it, and I don't know. I thought some people do make dry cannons without water, so they need to use obsidian, or they make like one-use cannons, but I much prefer using cobblestone for my cannons, just because, I don't know, it's just the thing I started with and the thing I'm probably going to keep using, if you know what I mean. I'm never really going to change my ways from that, so, right, next question. Lots of people ask me this about my water inventions, with the one where it's like water flow and then lava at the end, so loads of stuff flows down through the water into there. Why don't you just make a lava pit? I mean, this is just, personally, I would. If it were just if I was just playing the game, just for pure enjoyment purposes, I would make a pit with either a cactus in it or a lava block in it and just chuck things in there. But I was building a village a while back, which I lost, and I thought that wouldn't be very efficient. So what I did was I set up a sewer system where people would chuck it into this water flow, it dropped down underground and flow to a lava block. And so I had about 20 buildings, and it was requiring one lava block to dispose of all the trash from all of them. If you wanted to build, I don't know, a block of flats, which I'm thinking about doing sometime, and you have, I don't know, 4 flats on each floor and it's 20 floors high, it's much easier, rather than giving one flat a lava block, it's 80 lava blocks, it's much easier to have it in a sewer downstairs. So, I don't know, it's just, I'm showing you guys what you could do, not what you have to do. So just, you know, from my videos, you can take whatever you want. You can just, if there's a certain thing you disagree with, you don't have to conform to what I'm thinking, or my specific way of building a drop shard. You don't have to conform to that, but yeah, it's up to you, really, whatever you want to do. I'm just showing you what you can do. I'm not telling you have to do it, so yeah. Next question. Yeah, loads of people have been asking me, oh yeah, can we do a collaboration and make a tutorial together? If you set up a server, then we could go on and make a tutorial. Would that be fun? That'd be good fun, wouldn't it? Be amazing. But sadly, I get the amount of requests I've had in this week alone. I've had 4 people asking me, oh yeah, can we make a tutorial together sometime, or do a demonstration video on something? Blah 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 blah. I can't help everyone, because I'm away in work a lot of the time, and if I did a collaboration with one person, everyone else would be saying, oh, you know, you gotta help me as well, I want to make a video with you, we can make an epic sandcastle or something. But I can't help everyone, I'm sorry. I can't do, I don't know, like I said, 4 tutorials with 4 different people per week, and then if my channel gets bigger, I'll have 7 people asking me every week, and then maybe 14 and 20, etc, etc, etc. And I can't physically do that, so I'm just going to put it out there now. I'm not going to be doing any collaborations with anyone. I'm really sorry, guys, but unless it's someone really, really important, like, I don't know, Notch, but I highly doubt that. But yeah, next question, blah 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 blah. Can you use lava to make a cannon? What I think you mean by that is, can you substitute the water in the cannon for lava? Yes, you can, but the only problem is if a TNT, I think it's up 2 or 3 blocks in any direction above it, I think they get set on fire and they explode, which is a pain in the ass if you're trying to make a cannon. But I might experiment with it sometime. We'll see what happens. Next question. I saw a skeleton kill a creeper. Was that a glitch? No, it's not. If you are, I say for example, you're fighting a creeper and a skeleton. If you run around, so the skeleton is on the other side of the creeper from you, and the creeper gets hit by one of the skeleton's arrows, the creeper will attack the skeleton instead, which is hilarious. I haven't tested it with any other mob, but it's the only mob you can really get to attack another mob without killing itself, because creepers can suicide bomb a group of zombies, yeah, but they're not going to fight over it. But yeah, no, that wasn't a glitch. And if you get it right, if you get the skeleton to kill the creeper with an arrow, I think he drops a record. I think. I don't know, don't quote me on that, you have to look that up. Next question. In your video, the Sin Cannon, in your video with the Sin Cannon, did it really blast that chunk at the landscape? Yeah, it did, but at the moment I had to roll back to save my sandcastle, so there's no destruction down there anymore. But it was a massive line of explosions over here. But then again, it is firing 90 shots. Well, it did fire 90 shots, and yeah, it's going to make quite a crater, but it spreads out in a pretty cool pattern as well. Yeah, another question here. Give me 1 second to find it. Yeah, Sin Cannon, another Sin Cannon question. Yeah, why didn't you just make a big scatter cannon? Why did you put all those repeaters in? Well, it was sort of a challenge from this guy who made the Clockwork Bahamut cannon. And he said, oh yeah, this cannon took me 2 weeks to build, I bet you can't make anything this good. After I showed him my sand cascade effect thing. But I said, alright, I'll make a Clockwork cannon. And it is technically a Clockwork cannon, not to the same degree as his. And you can't actually see mine impact because of the distance away. But yeah, it just boom, and then there's 3 simultaneous explosions of 30 shots, 30 blocks of TNT, exploding 3 times. I think it's about maybe like a tick after each. So like there's only a 0.1 second difference, but it does spread the TNT out a bit and do a little bit more damage, I think. But I haven't really tested that. Don't hold me to that. Yeah, next question. I need help building a castle for PvP. It has to be resilient to cannons and enemy attack, and it needs to have its own defenses. What would you recommend? I'd recommend making a building, pour lava down the sides of it, so anyone who approaches gets burned, and any cannons that hit the side, any blocks of TNT, would they shouldn't detonate in lava. Well, when they detonate in lava, they won't damage the castle itself. And then maybe hidden behind the lava, put a load of dispensers with arrows in them. So if you see enemies approaching, you flick a switch and suddenly a load of burning arrows fly out through the lava, which is incredibly amusing. What else could you do? Maybe surround the entire thing in lava from top to bottom, and then just hide inside. You need to find a way in and out, but it'd be interesting to do. More questions. Yeah, I got a few other requests here, and I'll address them in later videos. But there's one here that just made me laugh, and I'm going to wrap the video up on this because I found it very, very amusing. The request was, can you please Anhero? Yes, yes I can. Woohoo! Lol, I lied. See you later.